So what state of mind am I in these days? I haven't made a video for YouTube in a very long time. Um, what happened today was I woke up, there was no fear, there was no dread, there was none of that shock terror that usually wakes me up in the morning. And that's very much appreciated. That has stopped, it seems, or minimized itself, yet I'm still able to get up at a reasonable hour after a reasonable night's sleep for 5 or 6 hours usually. It's enough to reclaim and recharge my batteries. Spiritually, I've been through a Psy-op that declared itself the most powerful Psy-op in the world, and I was reasonably insane during it because most of the voices, most of the thoughts were not mine. Definitely not. And there was a very supernatural element to them. Um, Very inorganic. Definitely couldn't be confused as my thoughts, and were very alarming in their message. That's what the psyop was like for 8 days. And there was a whole lot to it that I won't get into because it was too sad. Now, what's next? I've been out of hospital a few days, a few weeks. No, a few days, definitely. Um, I've reclaimed myself, and with that comes the flaws of being myself. You know, it's a little bit boring without the good voices, without the good experiences, with the good visions, replaced with kind of curses and omens. If I report on these experiences at all, I feel cursed. I think it's much healthier just to move through them and say, yes, I had a bad experience with that. Afterwards, if you're going to address it at all, probably shouldn't. I had someone tell me once that it appeared that I had mental illness because I was reporting on visions rather than drawing them. I still don't understand that. A vision to me is a big event. It's like a fireworks display times 100 for the excitement of it, and is unique to me and something very precious that I've wanted to share with people in the past. But for some reason, people don't want to hear about my visions almost ever. The sweeping the floor or hoovering, cleaning my room is worth 100 visions, and that is annoying because I really love my visions. I really loved them during 2024. Now, the next thing I want to say, I've got an important message to share. I've got an important message to share. And people are honing in on every little crack, every little flaw, and every foul smelling and disgusting aspect of my life. The most disgusting, and I would say probably in context, when you put all of the events of my life into proper context, the only main disgusting thing about me is my lack of confidence. I I shouldn't have this lack of confidence when I'm an army of one, and I've had all these beautiful experiences, and they do seem to point that I am a deity of sorts. If not that, if feeling that, I am definitely and have definitely been a seer, much the same way that Samuel, who probably had a big hand in writing the Book of David, is about. Really, it's not the Book of David, um, or the Book of David Mark II. It's First and Second Samuel. That's where I was at with my holiness. Now, if I am still extremely holy, which could very well be, is without function at the minute, except to calm it all down, keep it very level, and do what these voices that have been guiding me want me to do, which is actually things like drink water, sleep at the right time, turn off that game, it's not late enough yet, things like that. I want to talk about gaming now. gaming is something the voices all agree to be quiet on, especially if they're alien in origin. Many alien races have mastered reality, materials, um, the management of resources already thousands, if not millions of years ago. And, the world, the universe is like a big game to them, these alien races. It's a metaphor that's been used also to describe the aliens themselves that I've heard. A game. And there are other alien races that know that that's far too simple an analogy, but yes, it's very common in the Alliance, which is like left-wing politics, compared to the old Empire, which is like right-wing politics. Enough about the aliens. I wanted to talk about gaming mainly. I find it invigorating. I find it satisfying. I find it grounding. If I am in contact with aliens at the time, like the Arcturians most recently, they got encouraged me to buy AC Grayling's Good Book, which they love. They tapped into my instinct to get it, and it is good. It's nice to have a bit of wisdom or construction that I've described as a fuse box before for very fancy fuses that actually work. That's how I see AC Grayling's Good Book in a very small nutshell, in an acorn shell. So that's the function video games have in my life, as a comfort, as a source of amusement, as a grounder, as the current most potent form of art, right? Because you can interact with it, it looks beautiful, contains a lot of craft, and so on and so forth. This and that about gaming. That's my wee video on how I'm doing post Psy-op and gaming. I'm very grateful that I live a life of freedom. I don't feel immediately threatened by the passive aggression that's shown me sometimes, and not overly. And since my aura has softened from the most powerful in the world to gentle and soft, it's been lovely. People have been making eye contact. People have been saying hello. So I feel a bit wounded after getting rid of the powerful aura. Any man would love a powerful aura. Kidding me? But it needed to go. And once it's gone, I'm left with this wonderful afterglow. I rhymed. I'm a poet and I knew it. No. I think it's time to end this video.